Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
And a pleasant good evening live from Southwest Oklahoma Brewery on 2nd Street. Are you ready for football? I know we are. The 2026 season is about to begin. In fact, with 16 teams on the network, we have actually 3 that are taking the day off. Everybody else is in action. So we're going to give you the slate and schedule because Thursday we've got 4 games. Friday, we've got 9 games, and so that's a lot to keep up with. But our coaches show each and every Tuesday and back again at Southwest Oklahoma Brewery. We appreciate SOB so much. We've got Gunnar with us, and Gunnar, you were talking about all the different specials that you've got. We could talk about the street tacos. That's new because you were asking me because I usually stay and eat afterwards, and you said, you already know what you're going to eat? I said, well, do you have anything new? And so you have some new things. So talk a little bit about some of that and some of the events you got.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got the street taco specials that we're starting to roll out. So those will always start on Tuesday. You can get the carnitas pork or the chicken tinga tacos typically, as well as any of our other meats that we smoke here in-house. Those will come with onion, cilantro, lime slices. You can add queso fresca cheese, and we do rice and beans with those too. Wednesdays, we've got the Juicy Lucy burger, so that one is actually very popular. You've got the cheese inside the burger.
I like that.
That one's really good.
I'm a cheese guy, though.
There we go. So we do those either with American cheese, a spicy mix, which has got some mango habanero, pepper jack, and jalapeno cheese in there, or a blue cheese as well. And then Thursdays, we're rolling out chicken salad sandwiches, so just a classic that everybody kind of loves, something nice and cold whenever it's hot, like it has been.
You've also talked, you got wraps coming up, too, that you can do?
We'll have some buffalo chicken wraps hopefully coming out soon, as well as like a smoked meat wrap. And we've got a lot of events that are going to be coming up here pretty soon too.
Going to start talking about Oktoberfest, and I know Oktoberfest is kind of that September, / October time frame. So we'll get that, and then you have something for lunch. You have lunches that you're available.
Absolutely,
to.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, no problem.
We've got our lunches rolling out now. So 11 a.m. is going to be open Tuesday through Sunday now. So where last year I think we were primarily opening just at 4 o'clock, but now we've got lunches going every day of the week too.
It's cool. Southwest Oklahoma Brewery right here on 2nd Street. You can't miss it. It is a brewery, but it is also food. It's inside and outside. Outside, maybe not the biggest fan right now, but in the fall, there'll be a lot of people that gravitate to the outside. Right now, kind of keep it indoors because of the temperature, and we understand that too as well. All right, so Gunnar is joining us each and every week for the Southwest Oklahoma Brewery. We'll take a quick timeout, and we've got the Lawton High Wolverines. They got practice to get to, so we'll get them underway, and that's coming up next here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When storms hit Oklahoma, Liberty Roofing stands ready. As a veteran-owned company, they believe in service, integrity, and doing the job right the first time. Whether it's shingles, metal, repairs, or full replacements, they protect what matters most, your home and your family. Call Liberty Roofing today and experience craftsmanship you can trust from people who proudly serve. Liberty Roofing. Give them a call for a free estimate today at 580-574-1540.
Okay, we're back at Southwest Oklahoma Brewery on 2nd Street. It's not hard to walk by or pass on by, and you'll see the part of the brewery part. But the food that's great inside here at SOB, and the air conditioning is going up pretty good right now. So we've got 5 schools. We do have Eisenhower that has just started their practice, so they are absent, and we only have one of the coaches from MacArthur because it's Meet the Highlanders tonight. So anytime you get 0 week, you got a lot of stuff going on. In fact, I think, Coach, you said you'll be glad to be done with these 16-hour days, I think, right?
Yeah, man, this heat is I'm pretty sure everybody's shaking their head right now in here. The heat is crazy, man.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And you're going to start your practice from 7 until 9. And you said, well, in hindsight, if you'd have known what the weather was going to be like, you could have already had practice, but you got another evening practice and have that. I know that kind of when you're having to try to do school and all the rest of that. So talk us through your first scrimmage, where you went, what did you see, and what did you come away with to prepare for this year?
We went up to Jinx last week. I mean, obviously it's a big task for us. We went. Jinx is the number 2 team in 6A1 right now. We had Choctaw there, who's the number 1 team in 6A2 right now, and then we had Bentonville, Arkansas, who's the number 1 team in 7A Arkansas. So we, the number 14 team in 5A we took a trip up to up to Jinx and made it hot. We had a good time.
What did you find out the most in that scrimmage about your team heading into this season?
We're going to be tough. We're going to be able to run the ball pretty well. I'm really proud of my offensive line. They played really, really well. Gave us some time to throw the ball. We got to get a little better as far as getting off the ball when it comes to receivers and stuff like that. And then, communication on defense. I think the one thing that we constantly tell guys about communicating, they believe us until they don't, and then when it happens, and they really start believing us. So I think that communication is going to be just continue to get a lot better. Through the back end, especially in being able to get the signals to the other side of the field and stuff like that. So that's kind of one of the biggest things we had issues with that I think we'd be able to fix pretty quick.
I know you got your players that we'll talk about a little bit, but before we get specifically in, you had a quarterback change that was actually a transfer in, but we kind of did stuff on a podcast to introduce that this was just not out of the blue, out of the ordinary. You had a relationship with Noah back when he was a very young. In fact, I saw the picture. I saw the picture to prove it of how far back this goes. It's kind of neat, comes full circle this senior season, but talk about his addition and what he's going to bring to the team.
Yeah, I mean, I brought my captains with me today, so these guys got voted captains by the team. So, he's sitting here. Him and Monty got the most votes for captain, so I think that speaks volumes for him as coming in and being a part of the brotherhood pretty quick, being a part of the family. I think that we live in an interesting situation at Lawton all the time anyway because we have so many military kids that move in and move out on a regular basis. So I think he was a little bit worried about not being accepted, and I'm just kind of telling him like, man, like. This is not that kind of place. Like these kids, like kind of gravitate toward people pretty quickly, just because they know a lot of kids moving in from out of town don't have friends. So especially if they join the football team, we take them in pretty quick. But that's probably been the biggest thing. I think he's just really grateful for all the guys accepting him as a brother and moving on.
Now I know that non-district doesn't count towards the playoff scenario. So you got some time to kind of figure things out. You've got a big inner city rival, which sometimes it was like second week or third week. Now it's back to week 0 with you and Eisenhower. What would you like to see most out of week 0 for this team, and then you getting better so you can be prepared for district?
That's a lot. It's a lot of answers to that question. Actually, you know what I mean. Really, I like to see our communication on defense be really well. I mean, we've been playing pretty tough and physical, running to the ball, and tackling really well. So I want that to be a high point there. And then offensively, just being able to get to the ball fast, get plays called, and just, no stupid penalties. The kicking game be pretty good. We want to be pretty good in the kicking game all the time. Be able to convert on third downs if we have to and when we need to. Be able to score in the red zone. That's kind of what I'm looking for.
Okay, I'm going to come back to you. We're going to talk about what Eisenhower presents, what you saw in them, and how you can prepare for a Friday night at Cameron Stadium. But let's introduce some of your players. We'll start off with your team captain and quarterback. Go grab the microphone and introduce yourself. Tell us your position, grade, and what you play.
I'm Noah Smith. I'm a senior, and I'm a quarterback.
Okay, so talk about that transition. You know, Coach Zoe, that's what got you here. Come full circle, your senior season. Coach said that you got some of the best votes as far as being a captain, and you were kind of concerned coming in here whether you could win the team over because, hey, I'm kind of the new guy. So talk about that transition of how the team adapted to you when you came in.
Yeah, I think that transition really mainly just for, trusting them every day and, doing stuff with them and, spending your time and really giving back to the team and showing that you're not just here for yourself and that you're here for everyone else on the team.
Now, I don't know if the guys kind of schooled you about this game that's going to be on Friday. I mean, it means a lot in this city because this is one of the longest standing rivals around. It's Lawton High Eisenhower. It's at Cameron Stadium. They're going to fill up both sides. Usually they plan reunions, high school class reunions. Coach has probably got phone numbers and texts that calling up say, Coach, what is it going to look like this year? Are you guys the home team or the away team?
No, we're the away team this year.
Away team tonight. So you get to pack it out on the other side, on the south side of Cameron Stadium. So what have you been told about this rivalry since you've not played in it, and what are you expecting for Friday?
Man, I've really just been told that, it's going to be a packed house and, a lot of people are going to be there, cheering on both sides. And, I mean, really, I'm expecting to just play the game like it's in every other game, because that's how I go into my games.
Okay, and so anything specific that you're looking out for you going into this game that you'd like to see you perform?
I mean, other than, my passing completion, like I want it to be above 70% and, get my receivers at least the ball at least once, That's always a goal. So
Gotcha. Well, and I'm sure as you'll be a guest, you'll come back and I'll ask how many of the wide receivers campaign to get the ball, because I know Coach will bring in a play, but then you'll also have guys that are trying to say, oh, it's you can come my way. I got you. I got your back.
We've actually done a really good job of that this year, being super selfless and expecting that there's one ball in the field and only one person's going to get the ball. And
All right. Who's next to you? Grab the microphone. Give us your name, grade, and what position.
I'm Najon Polk. I'm a safety, and I'm also a senior.
How does this senior season look to get started for you? Are you excited to? I mean, I know you put on the pads, but and you got a little bit of scrimmage, but this time for real on Friday night against Eisenhower.
Yeah, I'm very excited. We have a really good group of guys. There's been a whole lot of competition, and we're just gonna go out there and play tough and physical.
How do you see your senior season play out this year? What do you want to accomplish personally for you to be at your best?
Personally, I'm hoping for at least 5 interceptions.
Oh, wow.
2 pick sixes.
Wow.
And I'll say 80 tackles.
I like that. Goals. You got to have goals, Coach. And if someone says, hey, I just want to do my best, but he's throwing out numbers, I better write this down
get
so we
specific
can.
about these things, man.
Got some guys in the back, so just hand that up. Give us your name and grade and what position you play.
I'm Ashton Lovell. I'm a left tackle, and I'm a senior.
How's practicing been with this heat? How has it been that you guys are staying hydrated is the number one thing for coaches, but how has it been during this practice?
It took some time to get adjusting to, but right now it's not too bad.
How do you see this rivalry against Eisenhower? What does it mean to you to play in this game for your last time as a senior?
It means a lot. All the fans coming out, see us perform. I think we're going to do good this year.
All right, and one more to go. And this was kind of the utility guy of last year. I don't know how many hats you wore. I think you're running back, you were wide receiver, you were quarterback, you were wildcat. Everything. So how is it a little different that you got another guy that's going to get you the ball? That's his number one key is, okay, we got a guy that's taking the snap, and here's one of our playmakers. So are you ready to fit in that role as opposed to be the be-all kind of a guy?
Yes, sir. I'm ready. Stay ready.
What is your goals coming into this season?
I want to go at least 1,000 all-purpose yards, 15 touchdowns.
Ooh, 15 touchdowns, man. Yeah. Loading it up. How was that scrimmage that Coach said that you had a lot of, he was telling me how many people were, for the Choctaw Division I athletes, and you guys really got to face some really good talent. What was it like going through that scrimmage and going up against those guys?
I mean, it was just learning lessons. We all got learned something during the scrimmage. I think it was good for us.
I know you know the hype, and your quarterback, is going to be his first experience. You can kind of maybe settle his nerves down a little bit with it. But how do you kind of quiet the crowd in your mind when it comes to, the stands are full and they're screaming? How do you get to the job at hand, so to speak?
I mean, I just stay focused, make sure I'm leading the team right, and just stay focused.
All right, Coach, I've also got your schedule up here. Starts off with Eisenhower, and then I want to talk about week 2 a little bit because there was a little bit of a change because we found that out late.
Yeah.
And you actually had to do a little bit of SEC I'm going to go see that. You mean no high school has ever played in an SEC stadium? And you said, no, I couldn't find one.
Right.
So they basically said, if you want to play here at Missouri, and that was the whole thing. This was a great setup. Our guys were excited to go. You were going to take the team and go watch your old alma mater play on Thursday and then go play a game on Friday. Well, they said you got to pony up with a huge dollar sign with a lot of zeros behind it. And we said, no, we're not going to be able to do that. Yeah. But the same opponent said, we'll come and play you. So talk about that.
Yeah, well, first of all, man, Will Franklin, me and him were captains our senior year at the University of Missouri. He played receiver. He played for the Kansas City Chiefs for about 6 years. Really good receiver. Used to call him the helicopter guy. Man, dude's got calf muscles bigger than my head. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, we had got together. Me, him, and Jeremy Macklin and Sean Witherspoon, and got together and decided like we're gonna try to do something for Coach Pinkle's Leukemia Foundation. And the whole premise was we was gonna play a couple games, but donate all the money to the Leukemia Foundation. Just because Coach Pinkle's done so much for us in our lives, you know, and to this day, we still talk pretty regularly. All of us do. He's just that kind of guy for him. He checks on us all the time. So we just kind of want to do something for him, which we had it all set up. Coach Drinkwitz was all about it. The compliance department, everybody was in, and then the SEC gave me a call and said, yeah, you guys can do it, you know, but it's going to be $300,000. And don't worry. You just pay $150 and your opponent pay $150.
Yeah, and we're good, right?
Man,
yeah.
Okay. Both of us as in cities, inner city schools, and we don't got that kind of money to be doing that kind of stuff. So, but they still he still want to play the game, which I really appreciate him for, because we was going to be kind of strapped trying to find a game. But he's going to bring those guys down here. They're going to get down here next Thursday night, and we're going to play on Friday, and then we'll go up there next year and then and play them up there. So it'll be a good game, good challenge for them. They got a couple D1 defensive ends and stuff like that. Got some kids that they can roll a little bit. So I'm pretty excited about that game.
Before it happens,
yep.
In the locker room, what is your speech going to be to this crew before you head out to the game on Friday?
Man, I really just quiet your mind, man. We don't need to do a lot. You know what I mean? We just need to go out there and execute at a high level. That's pretty much what we've been talking about since day one. There's not really a whole lot of rah-rah when it comes to speeches. You know what I mean? You just got to really, to be honest with you, man, God just put something on you. You know, every head coach, you know what I mean? Like, you don't really you got a kind of idea of what you want to say, but
yeah.
Whatever God feels like the kids need to hear at that time, he'll tell me, and then we'll go out there and play good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be watching it, of course. You can catch that on the Oklahoma Sports Network Friday on both channels, Eisenhower and Lawton High. Well, good luck to you. And, of course, this is a weekly thing, so we'll review of this last week's game coming up next Tuesday.
Yeah, I do want to give a shout-out to the softball team last night. They had a 14-0 run rule win over Lawton Mac. That was a pretty big win.
Wow.
Olivia, my daughter, had 15 strikeouts and a grand slam. That was cool. My other daughter went 4 for 4, 2 doubles and 2 singles. So they played their butt. The rest of the girls played really good. They getting better every day, so I'm pretty proud of Coach Daigle and our team and everybody's going on over there. So softball's doing a good job.
Yeah, we're going to do a couple of softball matches up this year too, and you got a state champion wrestler too in your family. So you got a whole bunch going on at the.
We win at the Williams house, man. That's what we do. We winners. We just win. So.
That's right. That's right. So we're going to see that on Friday. We'll let you guys get to practice, and we appreciate it. Thanks, gentlemen, for coming in. We'll take a timeout. We got the Cash Bulldogs. We'll also have the Walters Blue Devils and the MacArthur Highlanders, who's they've got to meet the Highlanders tonight, and Eisenhower is already practicing because of the heat. So got all kinds of changes. We'll be back right after this at SOB on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you prepared for summer? We are.
Keep your air conditioner ready with the Miller Noble Heating and Air Maintenance Plan. We service all makes and models from Bryant, Carrier, and Lennox. Just need a repair? We can do that. Can't pay for it all at once? We offer financing plans too. Is it time to replace your old system? We offer free estimates on new systems. Click or call today and stay comfortable with Miller Noble Heating and Air.
Well, we're back at SOB, Southwest Oklahoma Brewery, ready to kick off the 2026 season, and we're excited to bring it to you. 16 teams in the network, and 13 are playing this week. We have 4 on Thursday, and we have 9 on Friday. And now joining us is the Cash Bulldogs. So, Tanner Thompson, well, let's talk a little bit about your summer. How was your summer before we get into the nuts and bolts of football? How did that go for you?
Man, I think we've had one of the best off seasons, spring, summers that we've ever had since I've been here at Cash, going on 10 years now. We started our spring install really after spring break, in our 7th period, and then just added on to that with spring football and then going into our summer. I've seen our guys develop and grow, and they just completely bought in. And not only they grow as athletes and as football players, but we're seeing a lot of leadership within this group too.
Talk a little bit about, with the 0 week, you don't get a lot of time to prepare. You just get them in pads. You have one scrimmage that you can account for, and then it's off and running. So breakdown of where you went on your scrimmage. I think it's kind of local. I kind of know the answer, but tell us who you went up against and how did that look?
Yeah, we went over to Cameron Stadium and scrimmaged Lawton High. I think it went really well at every level. We saw some really good things in our freshman and JV group, and then the varsity, when the lights came on, they stepped up and showed out, had a really good scrimmage.
What did you learn most out of that scrimmage when you broke down the tape about where you are and where you're looking to head into?
We knew we had some explosive athletes, but man, we took it to the field and we were really explosive offensively. Defensively, we were fast and we were attacking the football. We had 7 turnovers, I think, in the scrimmage, and that's something we want. I mean, if we're explosive on offense and causing turnovers on defense, that's a really good thing. So, really excited about what we saw last Thursday.
How would you like to see yourself improve going forward? Because coaches will say it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So you can get better each and every week. Where areas that you would like to see the Cash Bulldogs improve?
For us, it's just little things, just with technique and understand, what we need to do. Maybe slowing our reads down, maybe doing a block technique a little bit differently. But for us, it's just kind of doing what we do and get better each day at it. And kind of progressing as we say day by day, right? And then letting that lead into week by week and just seeing continual progress.
So before we talk about your opponent with the Noble Bears, which will be your first game on Friday, I do want to say, and you can go back and look, we had a whole a little expose feature about your new athletics facility. You've already complimented the administration, the voters that both voted this in, but I mean, it's a gem of the Southwest. I mean, it's envy of a lot of schools. When I walked through it, I was just amazed. So talk a little bit about that. I know because this is a great advantage from when you were the last couple of years where you say, we're changing in different places. We're kind of displaced until this got built. But talk about that being ready just in time for you guys to use this season.
Oh, man, it's such a blessing. And it's just a great resource. And like you said, an advantage for our kids at Cash. We were changing the bleachers the past 2 years and had jerseys and totes in about every room in the old gym. And we were able to move in at the end of July, and I mean, it's just been awesome. From having the locker room we do to the storage room to the weight room. The first week in football, we lifted 85 kids in there. Wow. 4 to a rack and just rotating. It was amazing, and being able to do that, being able to be efficient with that is just it's huge. And then you have our film room, and then our training room.
It's almost like a movie theater. Film room.
we have a training room that is better than a lot of colleges I've seen.
Yeah.
And then we have a little indoor that we can utilize space, and it's just such a big advantage for our kids. And being all in one spot, it allows us to do everything and give them the opportunity to have everything they need to be successful.
Threw out the 85 number, a lot of numbers. Is that numbers up from where you were as far as the program's concerned?
Oh yeah, I think we're up about 20 from last year. We have a big freshman class. We're about 34 in our freshman class, and then our sophomore and junior class are pretty big too. But the numbers are growing, and that's a good thing. That's a testament to like these two guys next to me, what they built, what they've kind of led us to be, and kind of growing excitement for our program.
Talk a little bit about your opponent this week, Noble and the Bears. You took on a 5A team for a scrimmage. Now you're taking on a 5A team in a non-district game. So talk a little bit about that matchup and what did you see on them and what do you have to do for a win on Friday?
Noble, I mean, they got a transfer quarterback, and he's pretty good. I mean, he's a senior. I mean, he played at Southmore last year and won them their first playoff game in 16 years. I mean, so he can do it all. I mean, he can throw the football. He can extend plays with his legs, and he can also run the football. And when you have a mobile quarterback, that's tough to defend. And so, being able to defend that, being able to be disciplined with how we defend the run, keeping them contained in the pass, I mean, that's going to be big for us. I mean, they have some receivers, some slot receivers, some outside receivers that can stretch the field vertically, but also are dangerous after the catch. So being able to close space and tackle in space and stand over the top and take away the vertical pass is going to be big defensively. For their defense, I feel like they do a really good job of keeping everything in front of them in the secondary, but also being aggressive in the run game and trying to make it tough for you to run football on them. So it'll be a tough task, but we're just excited to go play.
Oh, I know. And for real, I mean, just that it seems like it gets here so fast. Got some players with you, same team captain. So grab the microphone, give us your name, position, what grade you're in. Go ahead and tell us who you are.
My name's Cannon McCracken. My name's Cannon McCracken. I'm a senior, wide receiver, safety.
Kind of a do-it-all utility guy, right?
Yes, sir.
Whatever coach calls upon you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Talk about heading into this season. How excited are you get to play for real? I know you had a scrimmage there, but how excited are you starting on Friday?
Yeah, I've been pumped up, ever since week 10 last year where I just had kind of a fire in us ready to just get back out on it.
So what did you want to come into this year? How did you want to improve? How did you want to be a better player at what you do?
Just working on everything, speed, strength, and just growing close to my team and just getting that chemistry.
What does it mean for you to be a Cash Bulldog?
It means everything. I've been here since as long as I can remember, since I was a kid.
Okay, what kind of coaching do you get at home?
Oh, a lot.
Well, since I knew your dad, I kind of figured that, you're going to get it from coach here, and then when you get home, you're going to get a little double dose. But, that's what dads are all about. So, yeah. Okay, and you got a guy next to you. Give us your name, grade, and what position.
I'm Garrett Graham. I'm a senior, and I'm a running back and linebacker.
So senior season, when you reflect back at being a freshman and coming in kind of wide-eyed, how do you see this season as a senior?
I see it as that I need to work extra hard because I feel like I didn't work as hard as the younger years, and that I just need to work my tail off since it's my last one ever, and I just need to work my tail off.
They always say that you got to take in these moments because you're going to look up and we're going to be at week 5 already. I mean, that's just how it is. It's going to be halfway through the season. So how do you take in those moments to capitalize that this is your senior season?
Just cherish every moment in practice with the guys in the locker room, the weightlifting, being in the classroom, and growing a bond that I won't forget.
How did you want to get better coming into this season? What specifically did you want to work at to be better at what you do?
Mainly just being my best at everything and giving it all on the field and just being my best.
Didn't get to ask Mr. McCracken, but how do you like that athletic facility?
Oh, dude, it's nice. It's nice.
How do you like where you got locker space? You got your shoulder pads up top. You got a locker down up and below. What are the things, and what do you think about the film room?
It's literally like a movie theater,
yeah,
like you said.
I said all it's missing is the popcorn, right?
Yeah.
And that, one of the things, it's a subtle thing that I say, what big deal is this? In the storage area, Coach showed me there's a little spinning wheel that can move the whole shelves instead of just being cornered in there if you want to make more space. And it is top notch. I love it. I love it for you guys. So good luck.
Thank you.
All right, good luck on Friday. The Noble Bears is the opponent on the road, and Mike Sweat and Gabe Sweat will be bringing you all the exciting action on Friday night. Game time, 7 o'clock. I don't think there's any movement on the times yet because of the weather.
Actually, they messaged us last week. The AD did, and we're going to move back to 7:30.
7:30, okay. So make sure that you understand that. I think some of these other schools have it kind of still at 7. That may change because of the weather, so we understand. The Cash Bulldogs, going to see you all season long right here at SOB. Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a timeout. We've got MacArthur and the Walters Blue Devils, and that's coming up next right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
All right, we're back here at Southwest Oklahoma Brewery on 2nd Street. I am ready to eat. And Walter is already saying, man, look at all the great food that was passing by. I'll tell you what, from their appetizers, from just every of their smoked meats. I like the jalapeno with a little cheddar. They've got that too. They've got a lot of fresh stuff that's made. So, and then the specials we talked about, the wraps that are coming. They're open for lunch. Make this your stop. I know that you can come watch games here on Sunday. They have that available as well. So now we go to the MacArthur Highlanders, and this is Meet the Highlander night. So Coach Manning, I gave him a pass. I gave the players a pass because at 6 o'clock up at the Hill, they get to do that. I know that wasn't you didn't get to have that as a player because I remember, I go far back enough, Meet the Highlanders was in the cafeteria.
Yes, sir.
And it was hot.
Yep.
And all those bodies were in there. And then finally they said, why don't we just take this outside? So now it's outside in a big production. So Meet the Highlanders tonight. You're speaking for Coach Brett. So talk a little bit about what you guys saw on the film with your scrimmage, what you came away with that you can build on as you get ready to start the season.
Yes, sir. I think, well, we saw a lot of good. You know, obviously, like every team, we've seen some bad. I think we figured out our identity as a team, which is very important, just understanding what type of players you have, what they do well, what they struggle with, things like that. So I think the scrimmage was very beneficial for us.
Well, you know, you got some replacements, and in high school, that's what's going to happen. I mean, these kids aren't going to stay forever; they're going to graduate. But I've talked to a little bit of coach today that we'll have during the coaches show before our game. But you know, you got to replace a 3-year starter at quarterback.
Yes, sir.
You got to get a Division I wide receiver. You know, that went to Tulsa that has to be replaced, and then a Division I defensive player that goes on, and you know, that's a lot to fill, you know, but you know, you got next man up mentality. And so how is that looking to fill in some of those? Because I know we already start, and I will start this, and coach knows this. You have 2 outstanding running backs.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
you got Claiborne is still going to be the water bug, and he's going to run through. But Prince Salazar, who I saw against the Carl Albert scrimmage, they tried to stop him at the 1-yard line, and there was no stopping him. He took that right into the end zone. So that's good that you can rely on not having the quarterback have so much pressure when you can hand the ball off to those 2 guys. But in addition to that, what else have you seen filling in the spaces?
I've seen a lot of guys who embrace stepping up to the challenge. They understand that we do have a next man up mentality, and that the standard is a standard. No matter who you are, no matter how many years you've played, if you're going to play on varsity, we expect you to execute at a high level. And I think they've done a great job. I think a lot of guys have stepped up their work ethic from last season to this season, and they have taken on leadership roles, so I'm proud.
Now, you're coming not as old as me, but you're an old school guy. Are you at the point now where these kids coming in didn't hear of you, they don't know you, and now they just say, oh, you used to play here?
Man, no, sir, I'm not there yet.
Okay, all right, so they actually know who you are. Yes. Pushki, that's a little bit, okay, you mean you played here too as a coach? So, yeah I get that.
Yes, sir.
So, this week is a Thursday game, kind of a little bit shortened up. Weatherford is the opponent. Mm-hmm. That's someone that MacArthur has never played before, up on the hill. So talk a little bit about that matchup. What have you seen on film for Weatherford that you guys because they're a storied program that has wins. So
100%.
talk a little bit about what they're going to bring for Thursday.
100%. I think we seen how they scrimmaged, and they looked good. They looked like they knew what they were doing. They looked like they were coached up well. I looked at the roster. I think they have some athletes. So it's a respectful, battle we'll have. I respect those guys, and I think it'll be a good game Thursday.
You handling all the secondary?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No special teams thing?
No, sir. No, sir.
Did you show the film of what you made your staple was for the 2014 season?
Yep. They know.
They know. Okay. And they need to be reminded. That started with Carl Albert, where you needed it in week 1 in the playoffs. If you remember that storied season, it was all because of this man right here.
Yeah.
It was that little block I'll never forget in that McAllister matchup there to go to the finals and that semifinals. But you can bring that kind of experience not only as a player, former player that put on the same colors. Do you think the kids respond well to that, knowing that you were a player?
For sure. I think having someone who they can see themselves in. It's just like, oh, Coach O'Neal played here. Coach O'Neal wants to stay here. Coach O'Neal went to play college ball from here.
Yeah.
I feel like that serves a great purpose for our kids. And I just try to let them know that they can do it as well. And they can be better than I was. It just takes the work.
Coach Walter Neal is secondary for the MacArthur Highlanders. I'm going to let you get off because I think you can get the tail end of Meet the Highlanders, but we'll be talking to you later on down the road.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're going to take a timeout. We got the Walters Blue Devils in the house, and we'll be back right after this at Southwest Oklahoma Brewery right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
All right, SOB, and that's not really a derogatory thing. It's really abbreviated for Southwest Oklahoma Brewery. Yes, it's a play on words, and they like it, and they know it. So it wasn't by accident. So you know what? You can placate it the way you want it. It's on 2nd Street, a great choices of food, especially barbecue. They do all of that stuff in-house, and it really is. It doesn't come off of a truck, so to speak, where it's kind of been not going to put out, but frozen and then reheated and then just served up for you. It really is something different and unique here in Oklahoma, Southwest Oklahoma Brewery. Even though they were not playing, and I say all the 16 teams, 4 of them are playing on Thursday, 9 are playing on Friday. You guys are not. You have another scrimmage. So you're one of the 3. You, Hara, and Del City are not playing 0 week. So, Coach, talk a little bit about you had 1 scrimmage. You're going to get another scrimmage coming up. So talk a little bit about what you saw in that first one and that you can build on for the second one coming up.
Well, we had a really good outing last Friday night. We went against 3 different teams, and our kids handled themselves really well. We gained a lot of confidence. Last year at this time, we had hardly any experience. We lost 17 seniors the year before last, and we had a bunch of kids playing for the first time last year. Well, this year those kids are back, and they have a year under their belt, and they've worked hard through the off season. They worked hard this summer, and it paid off Friday night, and we're really excited about the things that we did. There's a lot of enthusiasm, and I really liked what I saw last Friday night.
How much did you see that leap from last year? And we talked about it on the show. You said, I've got a lot of kids that either A, didn't play football or hadn't played football in a long time. How have you seen some of them mature? You talked about making their way into this this second season like that.
Oh, well, they've grown so much in their football knowledge. And, a lot of people out there don't realize football is such a hard game. It's hard to learn. It's hard to win at. It's tough, and there's a reason why kids will drift to other sports and not football, because football is hard. If you've ever played it, and, the learning curve is hard. But these guys jumped in there. They stuck with it every week last week, no matter what, or last year, no matter what happened, and it's paid off. They've passed that learning curve. They understand the game, and it showed Friday night that they understood the game now and how to play. I was really proud of our swarm on defense. We were a lot more aggressive, a lot more physical. We knew what was going on, and it pleased me. I'm looking forward to the season.
Who do you have at scrimmage for this week, and what do you look to go, and how does that look?
Well, we have Hilton and Marietta coming, and both of them run unconventional type offenses. Marietta's going to bring the flex bone in, and Hilton's going to run an offense similar to ours with a lot of jet sweep and things of that nature. So, we got our work cut out for us there. Defensively, Hilton's going to bring a pretty aggressive, what is people know as a bear front at us in man coverage. So we're going to have to do some things to go against that. Marietta going to run an odd stack, which we're okay with. We can go up against that really well with all of our base stuff. So, it's going to be a good test for us. It's going to be a little bit of adversity Thursday night. I'm looking forward to see how our kids handle that. It's going to be huge for us to go up against that type of competition and see some adversity. There's going to be some adversity, and I want to see how we handle that, and I'm looking forward to that. From what our kids have shown us so far, I'm not worried about it.
Who do you have for your week one opponent?
We played Wilson Eagles, and we played them last year, and it was a game that, looking back on it, we felt like we should have won. If we would have played them week 7, 8, or 9, we probably most likely would have won. Our quarterback, there was an unfortunate incident where he had to leave the game just after the second half started, so we had to play the backup quarterback the rest of the game, and it was just kind of a fiasco. And like I said, it was one of the early games of the season last year where we didn't have a lot of experience, and as we grew and got better throughout the year, I feel like we would have beat them later on. So I'm looking forward to that matchup.
These kids are motivated for that because they probably circled that on the calendar already.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, let's get to some of your players. So grab the mic, tell us your name and grade and what position you play.
My name's Jackson Sane. I'm a senior, and I play slot receiver and cornerback.
Of course, in the class size you are, it's almost two ways. You're going to have to play it out. How do you condition yourself, especially in weather like this, to prepare going both ways for an entire game?
We just do whatever, like try to practice whenever we can, practice through the conditions and stuff like that.
You think the summer kind of has helped you kind of gear up for what you're about to face?
Yes, sir.
What was it like to hit someone else other than your teammates in a scrimmage this past week?
That was pretty nice.
You like that, huh? You get a little bit of dose this week with 2 other teams, and I guess Coach says you're hosting, so it's going to be at your place. What's that going to be like?
It should be pretty good.
How did you want to improve coming in as a player? What did you want to get better at?
Just like my confidence and stuff, make sure that keeps it up.
What does it mean for you to be a Walters Blue Devil?
It feels pretty good. Means a lot.
A lot of tradition, a lot of family.
Yes, sir.
Are you one of the guys that at Patman's Pizza that load up? I was told by Corbin, who is a former player, he said you don't want to come around around lunchtime because it's standing room only. So you one of those that get a slice and go?
No, I usually drive somewhere else and go eat.
Okay. Got a guy next to you, so grab the mic. Tell us your name, grade, and what position you play.
My name is Trip Hansen. I'm a senior, and I play strong safety and wide receiver.
Okay, so which one do you like better, offense or defense?
Oh, definitely defense.
Defense?
Oh, yeah.
And the reason being?
I don't know. I just like bringing the hit.
Okay, that's what I say, hitting somebody. Yeah. You'd rather hit somebody than be hit, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite subject in school?
Definitely math.
Math?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. That was my worst. That was not my first. What do you see yourself doing in the future after high school?
My goal for the future is I want to be a lineman. So
Okay.
Either, stay around here at PSO or go somewhere to co-op.
You know, those positions are wide open, and you know you get a lot of growth there that you can do that. That's pretty good. Talk about the Walters community and the support that they give you on a Friday night. What does it mean to you?
Oh, I mean, the support that the town gives us is like it's insane. I mean, when we get to go out there on game night and wear the blue jerseys, I mean, we're showing a lot more than just our team. I mean, this is years of tradition. I mean, especially the stands. I mean, you can hear it from our family. I mean, they come out there and they support us. Even people that have kids that are graduated still show up to our games every night. So
it's cool. Now, Coach talked about your progress from last year with a lot of guys that didn't get to play as much as far as being veterans because you lost so many at seniors. How does this year feel coming off of that year that you know a little bit more coming together? How do you see the team now kind of growing in that way?
Oh, I mean, I've been playing since I was a freshman, but we get out there and compared to last year, I mean, there's a lot more like the team bond that we have now. It's better than everything I've seen. And I mean, it's not just our skill, it's more than that. I mean, everyone goes 110% every play, and I mean, we got each other's back.
Now, you got a big entourage, man. How many guys you got here? About 7 or 8, I guess, that loaded up and came over there, right? Walters always represents big time. You know, it's like they always come in droves. I always love that. So, Coach talked about this Wilson matchup is week 1. Are you looking forward to that one?
Oh yeah, I mean, ever since we started Summer Pride, I mean, my mind's been focused on Wilson. So
yeah, it's not only the next game up, but it's a revenge factor there. For you.
Yeah, it's time to show what we become. So.
Okay, Coach, wrapping things up as far as we talked about what you really would like to get out of this scrimmage, and it's always how you get better each week. From scrimmage 1 to scrimmage 2, how would you like to see them get better before you get into this one?
Well, I would like to see us be a little more better on our pad level up front than we were the first scrimmage. That's one of the things that I really emphasized this week. And when we watched film the other day, assignment's going to be a big thing because we're facing an option team, and then we're facing another team that's going to make us do assignment football on defense. So it's going to show me how disciplined our kids are and how much that they can retain. We're scrimmaging Thursday, so it's a short week, which makes things a little more difficult in that aspect. So, there's a lot for me to see. Like I said, I'll get to see what we're made of really this week and how much improvement, how much coaching they're willing to take. And like I said, just handling the discipline of the assignment of what we're facing this week.
Well, and I know your wife attests to this about being a football wife and going to games, even on your anniversaries and everything else, that birthdays and whatnot, if it coincides. But since you are scrimmaging Thursday, do you have a plan to go somewhere Friday? Okay, I already knew the answer. Where are you going?
Wilson, our first opponent, plays 0 week at Stratford. So
all right, there you go.
I'll be driving to Stratford on Friday.
Okay, all right. So Coach is going to bring his notebook and his pad and be all ready. Well, we're excited to have you here, and thanks for taking the trip and the drive, because that 30-minute drive from Walters, part of our schools here in Southwest Oklahoma. But good luck this season, and good luck on your scrimmage.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take a timeout, wrap things up at the Southwest Oklahoma Brewery. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Okay, one last time at Southwest Oklahoma Brewery. This is where we're going to be each and every Tuesday. We want you to be here as well because it's a fun way to just have football. Walter's guys are getting their pictures taken over there in the corner. They always post that on social media. Always appreciate their connection with us. We would have Eisenhower, but Eisenhower coach said because of the heat, they had to move things around, so they're starting practice at 6. We were able to get Lawton High in because they started practice at 7, so you kind of had to miss around. MacArthur, of course, had meet the Highlanders tonight. So 0 week for us as far as the coaches show, a little challenged with that. It's going to show you all of our games that are going to be featured starting on Thursday because we have a total of 4 playing on Thursday. Jones, with probably one of the biggest games in the state, is going to be with Lincoln Christian. And so you want to check that out on the network if you can't go in person. Anadarko will be at home taking on Dibble. Then we have MacArthur taking on Weatherford at home. And then all the rest of them are Friday. Oh, no, Midwest City did move. Midwest City plays El Reno on Thursday. And then all the rest are Friday. So it's Lawton High Eisenhower. Then you have Elgin and Bethany, both OSN teams taking on OSN teams. And you can catch it on both channels. Then you'll have Cash, Newcastle, and Carl Albert. 2 OSN teams playing against each other. Then you have Altus. And welcome into the network, Tulsa Hale, as well as Anadarko and Harrah's are 3 new schools. And then we have Harrah that's off, Del City, and Walters that are off that are not playing on 0 week. So whether you want great barbecue, whether you want lunch, you want to take it to go, Southwest Oklahoma Brewery is the place to be. 5 schools each and every Tuesday all season long. They've booked us on the calendar from now and through November. And if any of our schools continue in the playoffs, we'll continue as well. You have been watching a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network. Download the apps. Free to download, free to watch on Apple and Android devices, Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.